Hi everyone, Agnes here. Now today I want to talk about Neville Goddard's The Law of Reversibility. Now, what is it? Neville taught that the law of reversibility suggests that if a physical event can create a psychological state, then intentionally creating the psychological state can help bring about the corresponding physical experience. So, for example, if you are feeling really grumpy and someone comes and smiles at you, you feel the joy of their smile and then you smile and it makes you feel a little bit better. So you're looking at the external helping change the internal. Okay? Now, the law of reversibility is you can do it the other way. It doesn't matter what's going on out there, but you can change how you feel and what you think on the inside, and then it can have a knock-on effect on the situation. So, this is about changing states. Okay, so you're changing your grumpy state into a happy state. You're changing your feeling poor state into feeling wealthy. You're changing your feeling unloved into feeling loved, even before something happens on the outside to make you feel that. Okay, so this is a really wonderful law, and it's not one that many seem to discuss when it comes to Neville. So I thought I would bring it forward because I've used it many times in my life and I still do. So this whole thing can be applied to job. It can be applied to love. It can be applied to money. It can be applied to a specific person or brand new love. It doesn't really matter. So let's have a look at some situations, okay? Job. So if you're applying this to a job situation, instead of feeling unemployed, imagine coming home after your first day at your dream job and how good that feels. You know, you've got money coming in, you love getting up and going to work, you love your colleagues, and you go, oh my goodness, I love this. This is the best job ever. That's the state you want to get to when you do not have the job. Okay? Now, relationship. Instead of being in this longing and you're needing love and you feel lonely and you feel that no one loves you, what you do instead is you imagine what it feels like to already be deeply loved. You'd be relaxed, you'd be, you know you're getting affection, there's physical intimacy, you go out on Saturday nights, you feel that you understand each other and you're building something together and it feels like you're moving forward, that you're part of a union, and a union that is working in both directions. So you get into that feeling place, you get into that state. You don't wait to get the relationship to then feel the feeling. You do it the other way around. You feel the feeling and then you create the experience of it. Okay? Now, next one. Money. Instead of sitting here feeling, oh, I got debts to pay, I don't know where the money's going to come from, I feel like I got bills piling up, I've got credit card debt, and you feel the heaviness of that, you go in and you inside and you go, all of that's paid off. How do I feel right now knowing that all of that is paid off? How would I feel right now if I just been on my online banking and sent the money for that, and I sent money via telephone banking to that, and then I bought this thing online that I've really wanted and I didn't have the money, and then I cleared the debt that I had to my brother. That feels so good when I think about, it's like this lightness in your body. It's a lightness in your being. You feel fantastic because of it. Okay? Now, let's also do health, because health is a big one too. So instead of focusing on your symptoms, looking things up to prove to yourself what you've got or what you don't want about this condition, imagine a time where you didn't have this condition. or this health problem or this disease, whatever it is, sickness. Imagine and go back in time when you remember that you were completely healthy and it felt really, really good. So when you hop into that feeling, you free yourself of this micromanaging and looking at the symptoms. So you pull away from that and you get into, I so love being healthy. I love that I have wonderful digestion. I love that I have 20/20 vision. I love that I can do this, whatever this that you haven't been able to do when you've had that disease or that condition, you see. So you jump over it, the problem. You jump over it mentally, emotionally, and you live in the feeling of, oh, this is so great. Now, it may be that you want a new home, you're not happy where you are. Instead of continually focusing on the person in the other room with the TV blaring while they're watching whatever they're watching, or that you come home and there's a big pile of dishes in the kitchen sink and no one's done them, and that's really annoying when you've come home from work. You go, okay, I love that I walk in, I've got my own place. I love that as soon as I walk in the door, it's calm and peaceful. I love looking at my plants. I love looking out from the kitchen sink into the back garden. I love seeing my beautiful front door, whatever it is, and get into the state that you're already living in that place and that you free yourself from the place you're in. So this is how you practice the law of reversibility. Okay? It's a simple law, but you're basically jumping into the feelings and the imaginal scenes and the state of being, the state of I have the thing I desire. And once you do that, you can then have a knock-on effect where the thing you want comes in. And that's the magnet. You already got the feelings that match the experience instead of waiting for experience to happen to have the feelings, you see. So, I mean, Abraham Hicks said this for years. You have to feel better first. I mean, she says it so much that you almost don't even notice her saying it. But this dovetails her work and her explanation of you have to feel better first to bring in the things you want. And also, it is about the law of reversibility. Okay? So see if you can practice it. It's a wonderful, wonderful law. And it is a very simple law. And I think it's at the core of what Neville talks about. Imagination creates reality and feeling is the secret. It brings these two concepts together. Okay? So enjoy them and practice them and do it as in the different types of topics you want to apply this to, and do it regularly. Get that feeling of freedom and joy and happiness. Make that the most important thing. And then you start living an amazing life. I mean, this is how I created going from Australia to London. This is how I created this business. This is how I created YouTube. This is how I created having the body at the weight that I want to be at. This is how I've created really good health. This is how I've created the money in the bank. It's all these things. It's all created by doing this an inch at a time, a day at a time, and practicing. Yes, imagination creates reality. Feeling is the secret and living in the end. But the law of reversibility is like the wrapping paper. It brings all these things together. All right? So let me know what you think. Let me know if you've heard of it. I mean, we talk about Neville in lots of different ways, and there's lots of stuff on him. But what I'm going to do too, in the description and up here next to my head, I'm going to add 2 videos that I still listen to over 10 years later, because it's not AI. It's Neville in his own voice. It's not all twisted up. It's pure Neville information from his old recordings. One's called Rearranging the Mind, and the other one is called Mental Diet. So I'll give you both of those. They're still my go-tos after all this time, and it's from a channel called Kilowatt. So once you look at these videos, go into that channel if you want some pure, concentrated, undiluted Neville Goddard. And that's it for today. See you soon.